world title on this card as well. We have a Russian world champion as well. And everyone was talking about Mexico. Obviously, we have Danny Roman and we have Jessie Vargas. And then everyone was telling me about Puerto Rico as well. And the name Thomas Dulorme popped up, and he was so up for this challenge. This was a fight that was agreed with Thomas and Susan very, very quickly. I think this is a brilliant 147-pound clash. It's a very, very close fight between a former two-weight world champion and a world title challenger in Thomas Dulorme. I spoke to Thomas this morning. He's extremely, extremely hungry. You know, formerly part of...
You know, let's go back down memory lane for a little bit. Let's go back down memory lane if you don't know who Thomas Dulorme is.
Let's do it.
He was a, you know, HBO had a lot behind him. I remember when they were really trying to hype him up. He took that first loss to Carlos Abregu. Hold on. Let's go look at it. Before we get back to the press conference, we're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it. It's official that Jessie Vargas is going to be taking on Thomas Dulorme October the 6th on the Dazn. It's a streaming platform here in the States. It's going to be their first card. I'm covering every single thing about the Dazn. In fact, I have a whole playlist dedicated to all of the videos in regards to the Dazn, as well as Showtime, you know, blah, 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 HBO, blah, blah, blah. You know, I even talked to Eddie Hearn a few weeks ago at the initial launch press conference for it in New York City. So where are they at? Right here. Oh, up here, yeah. Wait. Oh, down here, Sky Sports in the Dazn. Anyway, see, I'm not going to shit on the card, and I'm not going to shit on the fight because it's a brand new company here in the States. Yes, Eddie Hearn is not a new boxing promoter, but in regards to the Dazn, it's new. Matchroom USA is new, you know. Jessie Vargas has the blessing of Haymon, and I'm looking at Jessie Vargas signing with the Dazn, being a former Showtime fighter, being a former Showtime fighter, now confirmed that he's an Haymon fighter. I'm thinking that they're using Jessie Vargas as the test to see how good the Dazn can be. So even Steven Espinoza, the president of Showtime Sports, said that he didn't mind Jessie Vargas making that decision because they haven't really built Jessie Vargas up. They haven't really had too much invested in him. After all, remember, a fight with Timothy Bradley, a fight with Pacquiao, both under the Top Rank banner. Then, you know, he shows up on a Fox Sports card, gets the Broner fight, a very, very close fight. Many people felt that he beat Adrian Broner. Me, I'm more towards the draw-ish. You know, but I can see how people say Jessie Vargas won. And with Thomas Dulorme, you know, last I heard of him, he was an Uber driver. In fact, he fought a likely possible future mandatory in his last fight for Errol Spence last year, August of last year. So by the time he steps into the ring, it'll be 14 months off against Yordanis Ugas. He's now actually going to be fighting in a WBC eliminator and doesn't seem to be going after that IBF shot. So, moving on. Let's listen to Eddie Hearn a little bit.
The Floyd Mayweather stable sees this as a massive opportunity for him to gate crash arguably the most lucrative division in boxing right now. So first of all, I'm going to welcome up to the stage a former challenger for the world title from Puerto Rico, Thomas Dulorme.
I like it what you say. Okay, I said thank you everybody here. Thank you, Maroon. Thank you for giving me big opportunity for me. Thank you, Team Vargas. This is big opportunity for me. And I said, this is great fight. This is a great fight. Mexico, Puerto Rico again. This is amazing fight for October 6. Gracias a todos los que están aquí. Gracias a Hearn. Gracias a Matchroom. Va a ser una gran pelea. Lo invito a ver esta gran pelea. México y Puerto Rico siempre dan la mejor pelea. Esta va a ser una de las mejores peleas del año. Y yo pienso Jessie y Thomas Dulorme pueden hacer una de las mejores peleas del año. Que pasen buenas tardes y estoy muy feliz para volver a Chicago a pelear.
I also think a special shout has to go out for that bow tie. That is one of the best bow ties I've ever seen. We have two very sharp dressers up here and two great fighters as well. And I have to say, since we signed Jessie Vargas, it has been an absolute pleasure to deal with this young man. He is a great role model for all young fighters. He's smart, he's eloquent, he's a great ambassador for the sport of boxing. He's a former two-time world champion, and we believe we can take him back to world championship fights and victories at championships at 147 pounds. As I said, a great man, a great fighter, and it's a privilege to bring him headlining as the A-side to this wonderful arena on October 6th. Please, big round of applause for Jessie Vargas.
I didn't even know it was on full screen. I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out. Eddie, thank you. The pleasure's all mine. Thank you for the opportunity. It really is a pleasure. And thanking you, Matchroom Boxing, Dazn. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thomas Dulorme for stepping up to the plate, taking on this challenge. Of course, my family and everyone here in attendance. I appreciate everybody coming out. I look forward to giving you great fights through Dazn. That's the plan that we have. We have a great platform, and we're going to give you all excitement and all entertainment. It kicks off September 22nd in the UK, but I debut it. U.S. professional debut will be October 6th for the Worlds Collide with these gentlemen here, and of course their opponents, which I assure you, they're going to be entertaining fights. You're going to enjoy them. You're going to be able to see the first fight all the way to the end, all the way to mine, and I promise you that I will bring you fireworks, I will bring you entertainment, and just as Eddie said, I am en route to becoming a world champion once again. I am a former two-division world champion, but I think I missed out for too long. I'm back. I'm ready and back to become world champion very soon, and under Dazn and Eddie Hearn. And I look forward to showing you just as what I explained. And you know, first of all, October 6th is going to be a great fight. Thomas Dulorme is a contender that always comes to give a showdown. He never lets you down. You know, he always brings you action. And when the name came up, I said, sure, let's do it. You know, it doesn't matter to me. Whoever you want to put in front of me, I'm ready. And when it came to Thomas Dulorme, we all know that we have the rivalry when it comes to Mexico, Puerto Rico. And, you know, when we have the backing of the fans, you know, it gives us the energy to give you excitement in every round. And that's what we'll do come October 6th. So don't miss out. If you're in Chicago, come out to this beautiful arena, which will be one of the biggest, I'd say it's the first boxing event here, right? So we look forward to debuting it in extraordinary fashion. And thank you all for coming out. I'm going to translate Spanish for all my Mexican fans and viewers out there. Muchas gracias por todo el apoyo, gracias por estar aquí. Gracias a Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, a Dazn, claro que sí, a mis consejeros, a Guadalupe Valencia, a Haymon, todos por ser parte de este gran plataforma por Dazn. Mi pelea será transmitida por Dazn y les prometemos que le vamos a dar buenas peleas. Empezamos el 22 de septiembre con una pelea entre Anthony Joshua y Povetkin, que va a ser extraordinaria, pero yo regreso el 6 de octubre aquí en Estados Unidos, aquí en Chicago, en esta arena tan hermosa. Entonces espero que toda la gente de Chicago pueda salir a ver la pelea. Le prometemos que le vamos a dar un gran espectáculo. Va a ser esa rivalidad de Puerto Rico contra México, y sabemos de que esa rivalidad siempre llega a la afición, y esa afición que llena los estadios nos da la energía para darles un espectáculo, para darles una guerra. Entonces espero darles eso, pero no nomás eso, pronto también regresar a ser campeón mundial, que es el plan, es la meta, y aquí por esta plataforma Dazn no se les puede perder. Empezamos con grandes peleas, grandes combates, por favor, les exijo y les pido que compren Dazn y les va a gustar desde el primer evento hasta el último. Van a poder ver todas las peleas que estén transmitidas esa noche y les aseguro un buen show. Gracias. Thank you all.
We'll watch the face-offs for the event. So once again, let's go look at it. Let's go look at the card. You're going to have Jessie Vargas versus Thomas Dulorme as the main event. You're going to have Gerald Big Baby Miller versus Tomas Adamic as the co-feature or co-main, whatever you want to call it. Artur Beterbiev versus Callum Johnson. Daniel Roman versus Gavin McDonald. Sean Sampson and Jessica McCaskill is going to be on the card. And I'm sure they're going to add a few more names as well. The new format now is for the whole entire card, undercard from the very first fight to be shown on streaming platforms now. ESPN does it. Box Nation been doing it. Box Nation and Sky been doing it, right? And now Showtime is trying to follow suit. But, you know, Showtime right now is number one, so I'm not giving them any shit. It's interesting to see, like I said earlier, that Jessie Vargas is still with Al Haymon, and an Al Haymon fighter is fighting on DAZN, just like an Al Haymon fighter in Danny Jacobs is fighting on HBO, and soon he'll be fighting on DAZN. So what I'm thinking is that a guy like Jessie Vargas, Al Haymon is like, okay, let me send one of my guys over there to see how it does, and then if it does a little bit better, depending, you know, I'll send some more guys over. I wouldn't be surprised a guy like Iris Lindy Lara signs with DAZN, or you know, a fighter like that. And I think that it's really up to the fighters in regards to how much money is being thrown at them, because Showtime is making sure that they spend the money on the fighters. But DAZN is being very aggressive in trying to sign fighters. But in regards to the way Eddie Hearn is going about it is kind of, you know, people not liking it because they look at it like, you know, he's trying to poach fighters. Ain't he talking shit about us? So it's hard for him to get Showtime PBC fighters, especially now that they kind of have a bad taste in their mouth, the Haymon and the Showtime side, in regards to Wilder versus or Joshua versus Wilder. So nonetheless, man, people are going to say it's a shitty card, but these are how Eddie Hearn cards look in the UK. They're always stacked like this with the names versus seaside competition. It's nothing wrong with that, because at least we're seeing these names and it's the first card. So, you know, I'm all for it. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. As you can see, Jessie Vargas is ranked in the top 4 by all the major sanctioning bodies. So he's going to get a title shot, but against who? I'm thinking, man, they're going to probably try to pursue, I don't know, you know, a WBA shot, but then you got Amir Khan trying to get Pacquiao. And I don't know, man. I don't see him pursuing Errol Spence. You know, maybe they can try to force Terrence Crawford into a purse bid situation, but can the zone right now, when it comes to purse bids, from my understanding, Top Rank, with especially now that they're powered by ESPN and ABC and Disney, or just Disney and ESPN in general, they throw a lot of money around, and right now the narrative is that they're impossible to beat in the purse bid. And also Eddie Hearn is coming in at number 2. Showtime is making sure that they fights don't go to purse bid. You know, they're paying it look like the Marshmallow Man. It's crazy, right? Making sure their fights don't go to purse bid. So in regards to if a Jessie Vargas, if he wins against Thomas Dulorme, which I'm expecting him to do, you know, Kenny, you know, Kid, you know, Terrence Crawford be forced over to the zone. You know, that would be interesting right there. Also, he ranked number 3 by the WBC. You know, he could be in another fight, his next fight, in an eliminator. That's how Eddie Hearn rolls. So let's watch the face-off. Like I said, I'm going to be watching. Also, from my understanding, since DAZN is launching in September, you should be able to watch this card it's a free card too, because of DAZN is giving out a 30-day free trial. And so they say Tomas Dulorme is an Uber driver. That's crazy. I don't know if he's still Ubering anymore. I know last year or the year before he was. It was a story about how somebody saw him in an Uber, and just so happened that person was like a writer or something. It was like, oh shit, I'm motherfucking was on my way to fucking Pathmarks or, you know, Costco or some shit. Anyway, please subscribe. I did a lot of videos today, man. I got to go start dinner, take a nap, or go to sleep. Please subscribe. All the links to my social media has been popping up at TstreeT Controversy or at TST Controversy. All the links to my social media right down below in the description box.